Can you believe it? Thursday, this one. Hey, I never abuse it, Dave. When I say that this one's going to be a big show, I don't say that every single time. This one's going to be a big show, very big show.
I think you say it pretty much every time.
Okay, I say it every single time.
Debbie's here, Tracy's here. We'll wait for the gang.
They're all good. Come on. All right, this is good.
This is very
all right,
good.
what's going on, Dave? It's
we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about and announce today. We have completed our reformatting that we've been going through. Donna's here. All right. We completed all the reformatting.
Brutal.
It was brutal for months. And we just placed a large order, and we're going to get first of all, every single subscriber is now going to get their brand new looking George magazine, issue 44, and then the others we've placed the orders for. So as they come in, we're sending them out. Junior's up to date. The collectors, which are now hardcovers, Gene. Who in the world's doing a hardcover magazine these days? Nobody.
Yeah, it's been a long process. I mean, just imagine having to redo just basically everything. And it was part of it is like when we started this, we didn't know there was like formatting to get into the bookstores. It has to be one way to do all this stuff. We didn't know.
Right.
So
and that was the goal, because we were contacted by Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
And
they contacted us, by the way, not the other way around.
Right. Yeah. No, their representatives contacted us. We had to send them copies of the magazine up to their Fifth Avenue offices and so on. And they came back to us and said, "Guys, we love what you're doing here, but your formatting is all wrong. The way the magazines fit into the slots and the shelving and so forth, we were way off."
We didn't know. And
we didn't know.
By the way, with the people that were doing the graphics at the time didn't know, which like I was supposed to, like, I'm a photographer. I know format when it comes to photography.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So this was a real learning experience, and we love all of those that stuck with us.
Yes.
Stuck with the subscriptions and everything. You will not be disappointed.
Yes. And anyway, we're very thankful for everyone, and we're thankful for this show. The show is growing and everything is operating, and it's because of you guys that are here that share this. And basically, if you could, while you're at it, could you give a likes or a thumbs up or whatever? I was the one who said that. I'm trying to get the algorithms going here.
Well, hold on a second. Let's say hello to some people. We got Cheryl's here. All right. We got Debbie. I said hello to. We got Therese. Always good to see Therese. Kay Miller's here. Stella. All right, Stella. I started feeding one of Pumpkin's associates and gave him his own little special house and secluded area in the front there. I don't know.
All right, Dave. I was gonna say this till tomorrow. Here's a picture.
Tomorrow, but I know Stella's.
Now, this is the problem that I'm having. If someone can help me, my Beige likes to sleep in front of the refrigerator. So when I want to go get a drink or something, or get a snack, I'm like, I can't wake up Beige.
Okay, now listen. She does this on purpose. She does this on purpose because what's the large white dog's name?
Not George. Georgia, right.
All right, because Georgia told Bijou that she noticed that you were getting a wide load in the back there. So Bijou decided that she would just sit in front of the refrigerator.
Then I have to decide if I got to wake her up or not.
That's a way. There's your diet. There's your diet right there.
Okay. Hey, guys, if you have it, and sooner or later, because I have mine ordered, If you haven't ordered, I am telling you, this is going to be a club because we're going to have a special day or something. So anyway, get your T-shirts. Find your color that you want. I got black, but get your T-shirts. So this is going to be good. All right.
Yeah,
We got
and Stella, I don't want to say the color of the cat because, some people might get offended. But he's very dark.
All right. Dave, what do you want to do?
With two green eyeballs. All right, let's dive into this.
Okay.
We got a lot to go over. We got Trump's not a lame duck. We got soft sit stuff. We've got property taxes.
Yes.
We've got all sorts of stuff to bounce around.
And guys, make sure you share this because this show is packed with this. A lot of good stuff that you want to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
All right. If you get the dispatch, you'll get it Monday through Friday in the morning. It's free. Just go to georgemagazine.com, sign up for it. Get an email in the morning with all the latest articles. The head article today, new MAGA recruits and $300 million war chest postpones Trump's lame duck era. All right.
And the new MAGA recruits would be like Paxton, new candidates that are now in line with.
Gallrain's another one. So
Gallrain,
we forgot about him.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I'm very proud of the people that voted for Gallrain. They used the mail-in ballots, and that put them over.
Right. We've been. Oh my goodness, guys! If you remember,
Massey so much he ran to Costa Rica.
Guys, early on, right? Dave Blaze was the one that says, mail it in, and everyone got on our case. And then what happened? Of course, you remember Laura Trump went into the co-chair of the RNC, and she was the one. She said, "Mr. President, Mr. President, what we have here is we're behind on the mail-in votings, so we have to encourage them." Then she said that Donald Trump backed her, but we were early on saying that was a problem. And really quick, if you remember, for the 2024 election, it wasn't a blowout with the early voting because people did go out and early vote.
See, here's the thing. What President Trump is getting at is that mail-in ballots create the atmosphere so that people can cheat, right? And the Democrats became masters at that. But there's nothing actually wrong with mail-in ballots themselves. So if we see that we're not at the point where they're being, knocked off or mail-in ballots will be no more, whatever, get the mail-in ballots, man. Get them in early, get them in whatever. Just
remember, this is not cheating, and I don't mean this in this phrase, but for lack of a better word, the Democrats do what is called legal cheating. It's called ballot harvesting, where they basically
that's right, where they go to all the various neighborhoods and harvest their ballots.
Yeah, they say obviously they go to the neighborhood and say, by the way, they look whatever. They say, hey, by the way, you're voting, we'd like to collect your ballots. We'll do all the heavy lifting.
Right.
It's no more illegal than like you saying, hey guys, I'm voting today. Who wants a ride? But they do it in a major way like that.
Right.
And
then Gene, if someone in a particular building that happens to say to one of the campaigns, hey, look, I'll go up and down my building and collect the ballots, but I want to get compensated. So the campaign, they create some kind of a job for this person.
Right, that's not paid for this.
And it pays him to do the job, not to collect the ballots.
Right. Not to collect the ballots.
Maybe to whatever, hammer a couple of nails.
Right. They mastered this.
Hang a few pictures in the office.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to money, this is unprecedented how much money a sitting so-called lame duck president, meaning that he can't go back for election again, but how much that he has in the bank. Compare this to virtually, I should say that because I don't know the exact number, virtually zero with Obama in his lame duck.
Yeah, hold on, Gene, hold on. We got Gingers here. We got Veronica. All right. Let's see. Phil, of course. Stella. Daniel made it, and he even said, I made it. Let's see who else. Donna's here. Okay, we said hello to all these people. All right. All right. And wait a minute. Feredia, 50. Okay. Great. Good to see you here. That's terrific. All right. Okay. Hey, and Brad made it. Brad's going to quote us the Constitution. Go ahead.
All right. Good. Let's take a look at this video. Donald Trump. Here we go.
Super PAC MAGA Inc. has accumulated a sizable war chest since the 2024 election, now boasts a total of over $300 million. Currently, there's no Democratic counterweight. How might this play out, and what will you be watching for?
Daniel, let's be clear. We've never seen money like this in American politics. For a lame duck president to have at his disposal $304 million in his super PAC to spend as he wishes, that is an extraordinarily powerful potential for the midterm elections and for the 2028 elections. We see the Republicans have a big advantage on the Senate campaign committees, a big advantage on the Republican National Committee over the Democratic National Committee. The Republicans have a lot of problems when they look at the midterm elections, but I can tell you money is not going to be one of them.
All right.
Problems they're going to have. With the redistricting that's going
on.
The Republicans are getting like what? An advantage of like 10 or 12 additional seats.
Right.
And with all the money to spend that Trump has in the super PACs.
Okay. So here I didn't show you this video. Check out this video of what Donald Trump said similar to about that. Here we go. 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
They have 250% inflation. Their money has no value. Their whole economic system is broken down. They thought they were going to outweight me. We'll outweight him. He's got the midterms. I don't care about the midterms. Look what happened last night. That was the prelude to the midterms. People understand it. They know that, very simple, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I'm doing that for the world. I'm not doing it just for us.
Okay.
Secretary Besson said it perfectly. Somebody asked him about that during the press conference today, and he said, "So you're saying that President Trump is a statesman because he's pushing aside caring about the political situation with the midterms and focusing on what's good for the nation as far as making sure Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon."
Right. Another point, by the way, and this was at a cabinet meeting, and just want to remind everyone, because in America's 250th book, I show several meetings, private meetings that Trump had. All the seatings when the president or the president's candidate, well, I did both as a president, every seating is carefully decided. Who sits to his right, who sits to his left, all these seatings, who sits across from him, everything is specifically assigned.
Right. Now, Jim, let me ask you a question. How far back were we talking about the game theory traps?
Oh, yeah. 2 years. It had to be at least 2 years
back. And as a matter of fact, we also found that Tyrion Lannister from the Game of Thrones show utilized one of the traps that we had described. Not that he got it from us, of course, but it appears that Trump did the same thing with this recent cabinet meeting pertaining to Camp David.
Right. Basically, what he does when he feels that there's a snake in the room, he tells, I'm just going to give the number, 5 different people, 5 different informations, all with one detail that's changed. So it might be, we're going to be at Camp David, but we're only going to be there from 5 o'clock only till 7 o'clock or whatever.
Right.
They tell someone else, we're going to Camp David only on Saturday, and then we're out of there. Then he tells someone else, I'm just making examples, we're going to be at Camp David all day Sunday, just Sunday. Right. Leaks it all out, or just leak, tells these people, and see which one gets leaked into the
media.
Media.
Or online or whatever it is. So this recent Camp David escapade caught some people, which will be revealed at a later time.
Right. All right.
That was quite clever. Hey guys, don't forget, share the link to the show today. It's gonna be right. Fireworks. So just please.
Well, while we're at it, let's just go into it. You want to do the sovereign citizens article here? Let's
do it.
Okay, guys. This was big because we're not doing it on purpose. We're not stepping on toes on purpose. We're trying to educate people here. Right. The hidden cult of secret citizens, why thousands are falling for the biggest legal lie in America. And this has to do with the sovereign citizens movement. If you know anything about it, there's many variations of it. But basically, you guys or whatever, the government has no jurisdiction over you. There's many variations because you don't sign your name in all caps or whatever it is.
Well, that's the angles that they tell people will get them, free from any like none of the federal government doesn't have jurisdiction over them, state government, local, whatever. They are not under the jurisdiction of anybody. They are a free man on the land, right. And that's it. So we looked into this, and we looked into why this seems to catch on. And I think what we found out is that once again, the con here, the con artist is preying on people who might be in financial distress, might be in some tight situations, might have a natural distrust for anything going on around them. And the con is that they had delivered this inside secret information that's going to release them from the obligations of the government.
If you, like I said, if you go to TikTok or just research it, like some of the people, even in the smaller realm of it, like a traffic ticket, they go to court and they say to the judge, this ticket doesn't mean anything because you have no jurisdiction over me, whatever. The guys that we researched it, there's not a single case where the judge says, you're right, you caught me, you may go because I have no jurisdiction. It's a problem there. And Dave, we have a video, which is...
Yeah, play the video and then we'll get to it.
Okay, really quick in the middle of it, because there's a long explanation. I cropped it in the middle of it. You'll see where the crop is. I didn't do the best job at it. But we'll explain it, what we're talking about here. And it's very interesting. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Involving a group of so-called sovereign citizens.
And today, the alleged mastermind appeared in court as prosecutors worry he's teaching others how to get away with fraud. Lou Raguse was in the courtroom and joins us now. Lou?
Julie and Kevin, the reason for concern: one man has already pleaded guilty, telling the judge Caesar Wilson taught him exactly how to pull off this scheme. Peoples pleaded guilty. The government was able to get back all but $784,000 of his stolen amount. Wilson is still fighting his charges, representing himself in court, and he now has to answer to a judge because he gave vague details of a new business venture, and the prosecution is concerned that he's helping others in the sovereign citizen community with tax-related or trust work.
Yeah, basically, they want to say, he wants to say that it was connected to some trust, or was connected to his name in all caps and lowercase letters, whatever the hell it is. What he was doing was filing fraudulent tax returns. Yeah, filing fraudulent tax returns.
Accused of.
Right. He was accused of, and now who's been convicted?
The guy that, I hate to say, ratted him out. And this, just by the way, this is news from yesterday. So the guy that he taught to do that already pleaded guilty, and now he's going to court and he's representing himself, which with the sovereign citizen movement, you see a lot of that. Like, who's representing you? I'm representing myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what he did, basically, one of the things he did is he claimed, well, no, this is factual. This is what he did. He claimed that him and his wife were corporations, and he used their social security numbers as their employee identification number, and then claimed that they had hundreds of thousands of dollars in losses. It was a whole setup. Anyway, so from that first one he filed, he got $18,000 back. So instead of, saying, all right, I'm out of here, no, that emboldened him. He went for $850 million, or 800, like 500 million, to some crazy figures. And of course, then he attracts the attention of IRS agents, and he tried to tell the IRS agents, you have no jurisdiction, while he's filing tax returns.
Right. Well, okay.
So this is all going to come out in court.
Okay.
It's a crazy mess. And the guy's facing 50 years in jail.
All of this is going to come out in court, and it's going to be a trial. That's it. So it's going to, I don't even know his defense. He's pleading innocent with this. He's defending himself.
Yeah, he's pleading innocent. I'm innocent of trying to clip the government for $500 million.
The storyline in this is that he is. I believe some of the sovereign citizens do not believe in paying taxes at all. Is that
right? Right. So that's right. So
the whole thing is that he's
right
accused of gaming the system.
Correct. And then he's accused of teaching it to others.
Right.
And therein lies the problem.
I believe you're allowed, you have free speech, but when it comes to teaching and telling people to do that, it's a whole different ballgame. And guys, I don't even want to go there because I just don't want to disparage anyone. But there are people that have been indicted for teaching this because it gets to the point of insurrection when you start teaching it and helping and aggregating it, of course.
Right.
Anyway.
Right. So hold on a minute. Let me point out Brad's comment here. Okay, so Brad's a good guy. He just so what good is a trial if our judges are enforcing maritime law instead of the Constitution? You know what, Brad? The next time, if God forbid you ever have to go to court, you tell that judge exactly that. See what happens.
Guys, if you go search it,
it will not go well.
There's plenty of records. No, even better, find one where the judge. These are videos that are public records. Find one where someone says, I challenge your jurisdiction over me on this, on a traffic ticket or whatever, let alone not paying taxes or whatever. Let alone that. Just find it and see if this is actually working. If it worked with one guy, you can say, see, I told you. But they all have a script that someone gave them. Right. And I don't think it's, all truth be told, I don't think it's working. I really don't. I don't think it works. It's not a, due respect, I don't think it's a trick that works.
Anything, you're irritating the judge. If you're in court because you got pulled over for not having a license plate on your car and not having a driver's license or something, and you have a court date and you show up in court with this nonsense, all you're doing is irritating the judge. Instead of going, yes, Your Honor, I was wrong. I know, and getting a fine and getting out, no, that's not what'll happen. You'll irritate the judge. You'll spend a week in jail. It's a mess.
All right.
Now, a lot of people are saying, why in the world is George Magazine or Gene and I, why are we bringing this out? And that's because here's what we believe. We believe that in the overall MAGA movement, you have people, some people that want to believe these cons for whatever reason. It gives them hope, it makes them feel good, whatever it is. But they want to believe it. But we have to bring out the truth of the matter for those that are seriously seeking the truth.
And guys, look, let me tell you, we hate doing this. Hate it. Because every time we bring this up, people get so upset at us. When we bring these things up, people get so mad at us. So mad at us. This preacher is not Elvis. They get mad at us. This is when it comes to sovereign citizens. By the way, guys, it doesn't look like it works. If you sign your name in all caps, they're still going to want your taxes. It doesn't work.
Because you didn't put a colon and a dash.
They hate us. You realize we hate this job when it comes to this because people hate us. But what are we going to? Dave, let me just show because it's part of it. Let me show the devotion. Okay, guys, please. Your mom taught you not to lie, right? Your mom taught you not to lie. I'm not sure. Don't share lies. My mom never taught me that. Gene, don't tell a lie. She never said, don't share lies. But that's what we've been all taught to do. When we hear something, we share it, and it's wrong. Okay, 45 seconds, just a clip of today's devotional, 50 seconds. But they share stories that they either know are lies or so outrageous, but they say it under the guise of, if you know, you know. In other words, you're not clued in, but I am, and they'll say the most outrageous things. So many of these things are lies. There are outright lies that are not even possible, but you see so many people sharing that online, and that is why today's scripture is so important. Today's scripture is from 2 Thessalonians 2, 10 and 11, and it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved, that they should believe a lie. Okay. I just want to say that it's good medicine for all of us, and that's what we need to do. And trust me, man, guys, this is me as raw and honest as possible. I hate doing this. Hate it. Because many people
he likes it a little bit.
No,
you don't. We really don't.
Guys, I hate
be talking about how with the administration, how we're winning it with Iran, how we're selling more oil. That's what we want to talk about.
Sarah flare. I hate it. The money's not coming. I hate it. Because every time I say that, people get so upset because they put all their hopes on this.
I know.
It just sucks, man. I'm telling you.
Who started that? You know who started that nonsense? Wasn't it that Benjamin Fulford?
I don't know.
Who claimed to be some Rockefeller or Rothschild, some nonsense. Right. And he's just some guy. All right.
Guys, let's talk about the former Prince Andrew here.
Yes.
Okay. Former Prince Andrew, Sarah Ferguson dubbed royal families Bonnie and Clyde as Epstein fallout grows. Now, once again, I'm just going to say it like this. What we were taught as the evil entities, and I've heard them all, the royal family, they're reptilians, they're evil, they eat babies. I heard it all, okay? The very least I could say, they policed their own. When this guy was involved with Epstein, and there's no proof, or they don't have it, that he was a P, but he's too close to Epstein, and they ran him off the royal family.
Yeah.
He's in jail, right?
And it was Charles that did it.
All right.
So, but here's the funny thing. The whole MAGA, let's get these guys. Let's get all those Epstein guys. Here you have Steve Bannon is in these files more than anyone else.
Right.
Literally,
And no one's saying he
more
went
than
to Epstein
anyone
Island.
else.
No one's saying he went to Epstein Island that we know of. But he's too
Yes,
close.
that's in there. It's in there. It's in there. That he took a flight. I don't know, some nonsense. We'll get the story straight. But my point is that he is in those files more than anybody else and faces no scrutiny.
Right.
From MAGA.
Right. Look. Okay.
Right. Where's Nancy Mace? Nancy Mace is on the floor of the House accusing her boyfriend of all sorts of god awful things. Why isn't she talking about Steve Bannon? Doesn't that make you wonder?
All these so-called, I say, evil empire, right?
Yeah.
Harvard or the universities, right? I forgot which one it was. The New York Giants. The owner was just he didn't. There's no proof. He was just too close to the guy. They said, I think you got to divest in your thing.
Yeah.
All right. Here, check this out, Dave. Check out this video. This is a former prosecutor in the UK.
In the investigation into the Epstein files, and Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been arrested this morning on suspicion of misconduct in public life.
This case involves the arrest of a royal, and the last royal to be arrested was in 1647. That is how significant it is, that it sends out a message that it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what your status is, you yourself will be held to account. And that, I think, can only be a good thing for society.
Yep, that's how they do it.
I'm going to tell you something, Gene. I think the real reason he should have been arrested, and not to make light of the other thing, but who in the world has a middle name Mountbatten?
I like that name.
I mean, if your middle name was Mountbatten, I'd have to come and arrest you as well. Wouldn't you call the cops or something? What's your name? My name is Davy Mountbatten. Mountbatten.
All right. Dave, we gotta do the main event here. Thank you very much for sticking around. You deserve it.
Hold on a second. We got Matt's here. Yes, there's so many scam accounts out there just trying to gain followers. I love Telegram. There's hundreds of them on that app alone. Well, right. Matt, that's an interesting point you bring up. Let's not forget that Telegram is maybe closely associated with those involved with the Russians.
I like Matt. Matt's a great guy.
Matt is a good guy.
He's a friend of mine. Okay, let's do the main event here, Dave. We'll finish up with this: the property tax paradox. Why the most hated tax is here to stay. All right, Dave, where do you want to begin with this? Because we did a story, and you can go to George Magazine and read it for free, I believe, right? With this, with the video and everything else. Where do we start?
Any politician that you're listening to or following that is saying that they are campaigning on getting rid of property tax. Now you're gonna have a lot of them that are gonna say, "Well, we don't like property tax. I hate property tax. Property tax should be done away with." All that kind of talk. That's legalese, and they make you think that what they're actually saying is they're going to try and they want to get rid of property taxes. And when they know that is never, ever, ever going to happen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, we're going to show the video here and just a little bit of a portion of it. Federally speaking, this is Donald Trump. He doesn't have the authority because it would be unconstitutional. They'll shut it down. Okay. Right. So now it's up to the states.
Well, he doesn't have the president or the federal government does not have the constitutional authority to remove or get rid of property taxes.
Yes. So now it's up to the state. For the most part, and we're not talking about parking fees. The state makes their money, for the most part, income tax, sales tax.
Right. That's the state level.
The state level. That's their cut. They have income tax, state. That's how they operate. They pay the governor, pay everything for the state. Here's the problem. In the county and the city level,
Right.
the way they make their money, they don't get a cut of the income tax.
No.
They get property tax. So if you take away the property tax, you have a big problem.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let me play this portion of the video,
Yeah.
50 seconds, and then we'll go talk more about it. Here we go.
Washington, D.C. literally lacks the authority to tell a town in Ohio or a county in Texas to stop collecting property taxes. The 10th Amendment of the Constitution reserves powers not specifically listed for the federal government, like local taxation, strictly to the states. The Supreme Court would strike down any attempt at a federal ban in minutes, so our simulation has to run at the state level. We will use Florida as our ultimate stress test, because Florida already operates without a state income tax. This chart shows exactly what happens to the state budget the second the ban goes through. Local governments across the U.S. collect over $600 billion every year in property taxes. In Florida alone, pulling the plug creates an immediate $80 billion crater.
Okay, so property tax goes to the cities and the counties. You don't have that? How are you going to pay for all these people?
How are you going to pay your police force, your firemen, your ambulances, the road work? How does any of that aren't teachers paid from this as well?
Yeah, you have the teachers
portion of it.
Portion. So you have all these funds that just disappear. Okay, we'll talk more about this tomorrow as well, because we want to talk about. We don't have time with this civics, tactical civics, and all this stuff. We'll attack that. But it sounds great, right? Could you imagine someone saying, "You know what? While we're at it, forget just property tax."
Wait a minute. It's your town. Imagine it's your city. It's your town. Right. All right. No, so,
please. Okay. No property tax, right?
Right.
What do you think happens tomorrow with no property tax? Okay. All the cops, they have no way to be paid, so they're out of work.
They're out. So they're out of job. They're unemployed now.
Right. Now, if you have a store and you have someone, who are you going to call? Because there's no police.
Right.
There's a fire, you have no one to call.
You got no firemen.
Ambulance?
Right. You get hurt, there's no ambulances.
How are you going to replace that? And then one more point, I mentioned this to you earlier. While we're at it, why do we need to stop the property tax? While we're at it, let's have no state income tax. And while we're at it, let's have no state sales tax. Let's just have nothing. No taxes at all. You see why we are the bearer of bad news? Because as much as we hate taxes, how are you going to function without it?
Right. See, what's going on is this whole ideology of get rid of property taxes is an assault on the local fabric of our nation. Because if this is your town and all of a sudden your police, it's not like you don't have them anymore. They're unemployed now, right? So they don't have jobs. The family don't have jobs. The fire, all these people that the garbage collection is going to stop, right? So all the property owners will be screaming bloody murder when the garbage isn't picked up. So your town, as a result of you not paying property taxes, frankly,
will collapse.
Collapses.
Right.
It collapses. So this is an assault on the fabric of a local fabric. So then you have these groups like a Tactical Civics and these other gangs. They want to come in and they start saying, well, we don't need any of them. The citizens will train the citizens to take up arms and have citizen grand juries and have citizen arrests and all this other nonsense. I'm telling you, it is just an assault, an outside assault on us. That's all it is.
No, it's all, listen, we really, quite frankly, don't like to pay taxes. But it's all fun and games until you need the police to come to your house. It's all fun and games until you need someone to run into your home, burning building. It's all, seriously, it's all fun and games. So now you understand why it sucks, because you're like, guys, this whole thing with no property tax, it sounds great and wonderful. but that's how the local community is taken care of. It's not with the state income tax. It's not with the state sales tax, unless they have that 1 penny BS thing that they do, that the community can get it. But that's it. All right.
Yeah. So we have to be all of these things, whether it's the sovereign citizen thing, whether it's the property tax thing, whether it's the don't vote, and all our institutions are no good. The FBI is no good. The CIA is no good.
You cannot vote your way out of it.
All the judges are corrupt. The entire judicial system's no good. Everything's no good. So you've had an outside gang propagate all of these talking points on you for years. The money's no good. The Federal Reserve's no good. And now they've actually turned you against the very nation you're in.
Right. Right.
Look at it. Look at it for what it is.
There was someone online that said, I can't wait. I want the Iranian government to invade us to set us free from this.
Can you even imagine? Can you even imagine the Iranian government? Oh, my goodness gracious.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Tomorrow's Friday. Guys, if you could, send us a picture of your pets, because we like to.
Tomorrow's the pet thing.
Yes.
So we need
info@georgemagazine.com, and just put your pet's name, your name, and a little bit of information about your pet. Okay.
Oh yeah. Guys, here's the other one. We got to give Matt don't forget the New George is fake. Yeah, we've heard that. Oh, we've done everything. The New George is no good. We're fake. We stole the trademark. We stole the patent. We stole the trademark. I don't know how you steal a trademark. What do? You march into the U.S. Patent Office? Is this how you do it? You march in there and you demand, I want that trademark, and you have your best Bostonian accent. I want that trademark, right? Is that how you do it? I don't get it. How did we steal it?
All right.
It's so bananas. And listen, no one gave a rat's behind about George Magazine for 20-something years until Gene Ho made the announcement about the relaunch. Yeah. No one cared. No one knew. No one was thinking about George Magazine. This man makes the announcement of the relaunch, and then all of a sudden, these people come out of the woodwork like it was their idea. Guys, they got great little stories. Oh, I found the magazine on my way to school. I found a George magazine in the dumpster on my way to school, and I picked it up and I was reading it, and I fell in love. I fell in love with the. Come on, man. You know that didn't happen.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. And tomorrow is Friday.
We'll have more of this for you tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. We'll talk with you later. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.